All right, the gang's back. Let's go. Fired up. We got Pat Lang on mute tonight. We got Brianna's actually in the house and she's not at a Wizards game and she's sober, so let's rock with that. And Jeremy World with his short stories, so we're gonna rock with that. Good times, good times, good times. Jeremy, I found this just especially for you. And and anybody else can answer this question that this lady is about to ask, but I couldn't wrap my brain around it and my head hurt like afterwards. Bam. All right, ready?
Interracial couple back there, and I do not condone that behavior. No, you know what the problem is? Because y'all be having biracial babies and just be leaving us with a not black parent every single goddamn time. No, it's fucked up. Okay, you the biracial baby. Okay, black daddy. My mom's black. Your mom is the black one? That never happens. Wait, what's your dad? Your dad is black. You are black.
So please, Jeremy, like my dad's black, my mom's white.
Mm-hmm.
What's your mom? Who's black? Who's the black parent?
My dad's purple and my mom's white.
Right. When that lady just said that her mom was black, I was like, wait, that just fucked up my whole mental perception of how this works. Like I just didn't. I was like, what? You know what I mean? And it's like the stereotype where your black dad leaves.
I'd like to see the stats for the ratio of black dad, white mom versus black mom, white dad. Like, what are the numbers? Because I remember. Go ahead.
I think the number. I think it's like it's the same with like a lot of other mixes. Like, I think it's really shocking if you hear like Asian dad, white mom, or if you like in a Asian relationship, like most people assume it's an Asian mom and a white dad. Same with Hispanic mom, white dad. Like, it's very rarely the other way. I think there's always like, I feel like the stereotype, and I'm sure the statistics show it. I think there are statistics I think they use them on dating apps where they show like which group likes which the most. But yeah.
I know a lot of interracial couples with black male and a white female. I don't know any the other.
I do not either. I was going to ask you guys if you.
I know you.
I don't think I do.
And it tripped me out the first time as a kid.
Black mom, white dad?
As a mixed racial dad. Yeah, as a mixed racial kid having a black dad, white mom. And then, man, I wish I could remember specifically the first time I saw it, probably like middle school. And I saw a friend of mine who was mixed race like me, and his dad was white. And like the guy picking him up from school was white. And I'm just like, wait. And then I saw mom in the car was black, and I was like, no, wait. Like, that's possible? Like, that happens? But yeah, it happens. I think it's I would venture to say it's pretty rare.
No, I feel like I know I feel like at least in my space, I feel like I know pretty equal, even of like my friends who've gotten married. Like, I feel like I have a lot of like black female friends that have married white guys. But I also know like white girls that have married black guys, like, or things like that. I don't know. I feel like
I think it's just happening now. I think
it's pretty popular in
media.
With like,
I think media is like kind of
media, sports players.
But I think it's making it like, I don't want to say more acceptable, but like kind of like you said, how that was shocking. Like, I think, I don't know if you guys watched Love Island this season. Like, kind of the most popular couple of the season was a black woman and a white guy. And she went on several interviews and was like, I was attracted to him from day one. I just never thought he would like me. And
yeah, it's all because Serena and Venus have made it popular now. Now you can do it.
Those are the two first that came to my head. Is those two girls. So then what's the deal with the black or the minorities that want to say, you know, white man is the evilest thing, the most threatening thing to our democracy, but then they go and they marry white men? What's up with that? Too early for that? We're not arguing yet?
I mean, I know where you're going. Maybe a little bit. Listen, all I got to say is you got to be really freaking confident as a white guy to be with a black girl, because those black girls have been with black dudes their whole lives, and we know where that goes. Right?
I mean, facts.
Where does it go, Pat? Have you been with a black guy before?
Listen, once you go black, you never go back. That's what I'm told.
Okay, let's go. Let's get it. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you. All the shit I
Brianna,
have is
comment?
either
Question,
purple or
comment,
pink.
concerns?
No comment on that one.
Okay.
No comment.
Um,
Hey, Joseph, look up movies that feature black women with white guys.
Oh,
look up.
what's that New York
trying to-
movie? There's a New York movie, like a Brooklyn love story, or like, it has like a very famous like Italian actor in it.
Oh yeah, Robert De Niro and
yes.
His son's name was like Cologito or something. A Bronx Tale.
Exactly
A Bronx
what it
Tale.
was.
A Bronx
Yeah, that's a
Tale.
good one.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro was married to a black chick, wasn't he? At one point,
was he?
I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like he had a thing with black girls. Maybe I'm.
There you go.
Jungle Fever. No,
Wait, no. See, that's a white girl.
White girl,
it's got to be black
guy.
girl with white
It's
guy.
got to be black
Oh,
guy.
You People is they made like a new version of White Man Can't Jump where it's like a white guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was Pacino.
I think Bronx Tale, Pacino.
No, Bronx Tale was definitely De Niro. I promise you.
Yeah, it's De Niro. No, I'm talking about the guy that was married to the black girl. It might have been Pacino.
Oh, my bad.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was crazy to me. When I saw that joke, I was just like, holy crap. I also have never, of all of my mixed friends that I have, it's always white mom, black dad every time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't personally know anybody that has a black mom, white dad, but fire.
Yeah. So
I mean, and the stereotype of like, you always leave. I mean, in my case, it worked out because I was with my white mom. So like,
I will say the joke among like my friends that are mixed and on both sides is that you can tell if a girl has a black mom or a white mom based on her hair.
Like, get out.
Mm-hmm. I suppose so. Yeah. Yeah. One thing I just thought of too is if you are the white guy, you don't have to worry about meeting her dad. He's.
Jerry's allowed to say that.
Let's go.
Oh, I'll give you guys the card one of these days.
Self-deprecating shit. That's awesome.
Wait, what's the thing with the hair though?
Like that typically if they have a white mom, their hair is like not like it's not in like protective styling.
Right.
You know what I mean? And things like that. Whereas a person with a black mom will commonly have like more protective styling, like different braids, maybe have like a nice wig on, things like that. Because a white mom wouldn't know how to teach her to do her hair, things like that.
I will say my white mom always took me to black stylists and would always ask, like, do you know how to cut black hair?
I'm not saying that all moms, but I definitely know that.
No, but that's
we
fine.
can
But
tell
like,
based off that, yeah.
My mom did my hair, and I'll say this: like, my mom did my hair in every picture I was in from the age of like 1 to 6. I had bear ears, the puffy, like poofy bear ears. I had them.
Colleen, find one of those pictures. I want to see it.
Yeah, I got a ton of them. Those are that. Yeah.
My mom still got she used to grow us ponytails, rat tails, and she still got ours from when we were like 4 in a bag at home. She cut it off when we were like 4, and she's got it. I'm like, Mom, throw it away. Say goodbye. It's done. It happened.
Oh yeah, and I had when you get your hair straightened? Like I had the black people perm where my hair was straightened so that it would like fall nicely, but she cut bangs. So when they did that to me, my bangs looked like a baseball hat. Like my bangs just went straight the fuck forward.
You look like Smalls from
The
Sandlot.
yeah. So that was my life. But yeah.
Funny.
Okay, I get what you're saying now, Brianna. I get it. Bernie, what's up? De Niro has had a history of relationships with black women. It is many. That's his taste. Hey man, preference. That's what preference.
Homeboy's like still popping out littles, man.
He is.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
What do you mean it's ridiculous?
You can't be any more irresponsible than having a kid when you're 80 years old, so that kid can watch his dad die when he's 10. Like, come on.
And then be rich for the rest of his life?
I mean, that's cool, but it's like, hey, maybe have a parent. I mean, that's kind of important.
That is important.
I was just gonna
Money, parents. I mean,
okay, last funny thing before we really I would like everybody's opinion on this. And then we'll
yes,
get it.
Trish, but
This is
Greg
terrible.
is like 70.
Yeah, Greg's a little younger than he's not like 85 having kids.
Yeah, no.
I mean, still old. But
Yeah.
what the
Okay,
hell are we
everybody
looking at?
stop talking about CrossFit God, please. We have CrossFit Jesus, Rich Froning, CrossFit God, Greg Glassman. Please stop.
This is true.
Please. Let's not. Okay, here we go.
What's the difference between a chickpea and a lentil? I never had a lentil in my face.
Wow.
No, no one gets it.
I
No.
got it.
Y'all.
Second. Chickpea.
I love them. They're amazing. All right.
That was
fine.
good. That was
Whatever.
good.
Moving on.
Who is the girl with the haircut though?
This one?
What is that? What's going on?
She's a
on
girl.
top?
She's just a butch. She's just
But
butch.
I mean, I'm not even saying that. Like, it's just like that
That's
ain't even like
not-
a butch cut. That's just a.
Oh, I don't know. She
I
just
experimented
that's,
and it went
Yeah,
wrong.
that's just what she does. Oh, yeah. You hell, bro. Oh, the good one is gone. Damn it. They took it down. All right. Anyway, this week, Trump Daddy. You guys hate it when I say that, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I feel like Trump Daddy's had a good week. And my other question is like, who had the worst month? Like we did the Maduro thing. We got the oil. I concede we went in there for oil. I get that.
Who
I
had
know
the
that
worst
we did.
month as far as December or so far this one?
So far, like the month up to today. I feel like it was China. I feel like
the lady that got shot in the face. But I mean, yeah, China.
oh, dude, I'm talking about countries. We didn't go to that yet, but if you want to start
I'm
with
saying-
that,
I don't know,
like,
you
we
said
can
who or
start
something.
with that. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. Countries. But if you want to go to that specifically, we can go to that specifically. I got a ton of shit on that.
No, I think
China's going through it. Iran's going through it. I mean,
Yeah,
but it's pretty cool to see kind of what's happening, but it's also very tragic at the same time.
yeah, it's fucking it's terrible. I mean, they're reporting 600. It's probably 5 times that the amount of people that have been killed. And I hope they win because those young people are progressive and they don't want that bullshit Muslim.
Oh, sorry,
Real-
Trish. My bad. I'm in trouble already. Mama Trish, she mad at me already. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Pat. Continue.
No, I was just saying, like, what you see, and it's heartbreaking that those people have to put up with that. And there's not many countries like it left. I know there's a few, but the good thing is if they do win and they can get the police, like I know Sevan was talking about this, saying that the police are on the protesters' side or the young people's side. If that actually proves true, and I think that kind of went the other way this week, and they can take over the Ayatollah, then we wouldn't have any problems with Iran anymore.
So are you good for American intervention in Iran?
I'm good for American intervention anywhere that is going to make it safer for the people that live there, as long as that's the reason we're doing it.
Okay, because my question was always
There's never a straight up that though. That scenario never straight up. When can you think? I mean, maybe besides like World War II, hell, maybe even Vietnam. But like, there's typically something we're trying to get. Besides liberating a population, there's like, all right, we're also trying to get oil. We're also trying to get some natural resource. We're also trying to get leverage, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I don't know.
No, I know what you're saying. There's always consequences to police the world. I understand that. You're either a police the world country or you're not. I just hate it when you pick and choose. You know, there's a lot of people out there who need help. But I get
we're good with Iran intervention. We're not good with Venezuela intervention, is what you're saying.
I'm good with the Venezuela intervention. Like I said last week, what I wasn't good with is sticking around so we can steal all the oil in the same deal. But getting Maduro was a good thing. Good thing for those people. Get them out and then just fucking leave. Install the woman who
Just
won the
leave.
poll. Yeah, she won by 80%. Let them deal with it. Let them figure it out.
That's kind of a dick move, man. That's like hit it and quit it.
It ain't
You
gonna
can't
be any
just
worse than it
leave.
was with the guy that was in power, is it? It ain't gonna be any worse than with her than it was with the dictator.
I mean, I think if I'm
You
being
don't
honest,
run
I
that
think
risk.
Yeah, I think if you look at like, we tried something very similar. I think the most bit Kuwait, we like took out the monarchy that was there, and for like, I don't know, maybe less than 10 years it worked, and then they just reestablished basically the same thing that we had going. And I think in that situation would be example of like what you're saying, like we basically expelled Iraq like really quickly, and then it just like returned to the same thing it was before, which
Right.
is fine. You know what I mean? I guess that's fine. It's in their hands now, but I just think like,
Well, it's horrible
what
for
was the
women.
point of people like losing lives just to have the same result a couple years later?
Right. It's a trickier situation when you're dealing with Muslim countries that operate with Sharia law. And that's why Iraq and Afghanistan are such horrific places for women to be. And I don't know how you would, like you said, yeah, we went there, we tried to turn it into something like a place where we live. It was never going to happen. That was a bad idea. I think you have to look at the situation of the country, like Venezuela. I'm fine with taking them out. And if the people in Iran want to live in Iran and give women rights and let people be free, that's way different than Iraq and Afghanistan. Those motherfuckers who live there literally want to rule with guns, and they don't want women or children to have any rights. They're savages. In my opinion.
Unfortunately, having been there, at least Iraq, it's that's pretty true. If you can come in and change the government, but if you can't change the operating system in which the people are used to, if you can't change the culture, which I think we tried to do, but if you can't do that, then like Bree was saying, some other Al Qaeda, ISIS,
Well, I just think
something
it's
else
never
is going to
just one
step up.
person.
And
I don't
take
think
up.
that there's ever just one person that's causing.
Right, it's like a hydra.
Yeah.
Cut off one head. So how do you efficiently cut off all the heads? That is really hard to do because when a problem gets that big, how do you?
I think that we have done it successfully before, though very rarely. I think like, yeah, World War II would probably be the exact best answer. Like West Germany, Japan would probably be the best answer. I think that's probably it that I can think
Yeah.
of. And I think the
Yeah.
only time like you're able to do that is like when you're able to like get rid of the aggressor or like that group pretty much entirely, which we did in that situation, or basically limited them to they have no power anymore instead of just one person. And then I think the people of that nation have to like want the outcome. You know, if they don't want it, like I don't think that that's going to do anything. And then I think that like the country has to have the capacity to make institutional change. That's why I think some of the like lesser developed countries like struggle. But yeah, I don't know. I really can't tell with the Venezuela. It's definitely different than something we've ever done before because most of them have been in Africa, Middle East, Asia.
People in Venezuela overall are pretty happy with that guy being gone. And
They're very happy. Yeah.
And I think it would be the same in Iran. And
what's the dominant?
Hold on, Jared. She said, "Where does it stop, Pat?" And I get that. And I'm not saying let's go and fucking police the world. I'm just saying that if we are going to do it, let's do it in the right places. Maybe there's not a right place. I mean, it's a very complicated thing.
I can't help but think. Sorry, I can't help but think of religion too when it comes to this stuff. What's because you brought up Europe and like World War II, like the dominant religions in those places that you could argue it's worked is not Muslim. Now, I don't have anything against Muslims. Matter of fact,
no, you're right.
I still am friends with translators that helped us there, earn their stripes, if you will. They now live here in America, scattered, great people, contribute to society. They ditched their names, their birth names, and they have like regular names, Jack, Alex, and stuff. And like good, awesome people, they still practice their religion, and they're not blowing people up and trying to kill infidels. You know what I'm saying? But like that right there, what I learned being over there is they're legal, Trish. Shut the fuck up. What I learned being over there is, man, that Muslim faith is like no other, man. That way of life is you can convince a Christian, you can convince a Buddhist to like change their ways, you know what I'm saying? But like Muslims, man, like it's just like that's it. And And when they're that diehard to it, that's when I'm talking about, like, going to those countries and trying to change that culture. I think we tried that in Iraq. We saw that it didn't work. We tried that in Afghanistan. It did not work. I think Iran's different because, like you said, Pat, they're a little more progressive. Largely, they are largely Muslim, but they're
not
the good kind, So, anyways, that's my short story.
I don't pretend to be an Iran expert, but you see a lot of kids there that go to college. They look like they have fun. Women aren't, they don't want to wear shit over their faces all day long. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Trish is right. Shia versus Sunni versus Shia. We talked about that last week, though, or 2 weeks ago. Anyways.
Okay, so with all that being said, we are all in agreement that, like, we want to see where this goes. We want to see where Trump goes with Venezuela. Are we? Because he obviously didn't do a regime change in Venezuela, but it's looking like Iran wants a regime change. So are we okay with no regime change in Venezuela and then possibly a regime change in Iran?
Well, what do you mean by no regime change in Venezuela?
I mean, he literally arrested Maduro, and then everybody else is still where they're at. That's all still Maduro's people.
Right.
Is that? Do we know that? Like, is
yes.
Is he or like? I guess better question is: are there plans that we don't know of to replace them strategically? Like, because I can't imagine. It would be pretty foolish to go in and like, hey, let's get rid of this evil guy. But you know what? The guy, all the people that were working for him, you're good to go. Keep up the good work. You know what I mean? Like, that would be weird, right?
Yeah, because they're all culpable, if you ask me. I mean,
right.
None of them got elected. So the woman who got elected is in Norway right now. She should be brought back and she should be sworn in. She won the election. Having another election, I mean, she's probably going to win it anyway, but it just seems like a waste of time to me.
I will say that, like, I also think I know there's like the videos of people cheering and that's great, but like, I think realistically now, I do think people there are realizing like their economy is kind of collapsed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this joy for America will be short-lived. And I don't know, maybe Venezuela is different. I don't think they are, considering post Chavez. But that's obviously like, a long time ago. Maybe it's a different country now, but I think in general, in past, I know CrossFat like commented in like past South American regime changes, it definitely seems like Latin American countries are like more tolerable of a bad leader of their nationality than foreign control. Like, as crazy as that sounds. And I said, I hope I'm wrong. Like, I hope good change comes out of it, but I'm technically, I feel like not super knowledgeable about the Chavez situation, but I mean, I feel like it's kind of similar to this. Didn't we just like take him out and then he like regained power like very quickly after? Like, I don't know.
Wait,
the way,
hold on.
yeah. But
they didn't have an economy. They didn't have an economy to begin with. So like Venezuela, they were stealing all their money anyway. So if there's a possibility that Trump comes in, and what did CrossFat said? He said, we're going to run it. Are we going to run Venezuela? Yeah, I'm trying. He said, we're going to run it. That's what Trump said. Mm-hmm. I'm curious, though, if he means we're going to run the country or we're going to run the oil shit. Because, like, if he's going to
we're definitely going to run the oil.
Right. So, like, I don't know if it's a I'm going to run the country thing or.
Actually, he did say that because they asked him who's going to run the country. He said, we're going to run it. But you can't.
What does that mean, though? What does that mean? That's what's frustrating about this.
That's what Trump says. I mean, you ask him a question, he's just going to say what is the top of his head. He doesn't think things through. And I'm not saying this to be anti-Trump, but he just, instead of saying, I don't know right now, we're going to figure it out. We're going to run it. But like, who's running it now? Nobody knows.
It will take 7 years to extract the oil. So they're not. What do you mean? Like, I don't understand that, because then, like, they're not extracting oil to send to China or whoever else is buying their oil, or 7 years for like Exxon and Chevron to go in there and start their own shit.
That's good questions. We don't know.
Because they've been selling oil to people, or other countries. So like, is it just for our companies to go in there and extract oil, or like I
It'll
don't.
be interesting over the next few weeks, month or so to see, okay, how's this going to play out? Like when you say we're going to run it, what does that mean? Who
I don't
are
know.
you
I
going to
just
remove? Who are you going to insert? Like what is this going to look like? Because we need to start getting some. I mean, like Bree was saying, the people of Venezuela, they seem very happy. But if it's like, oh great, you got rid of our leader, but like nothing good comes of it, then they're not going to be happy. Like, then
Yeah.
what do we do this for?
I mean,
I
I
also
just go ahead, Brianna.
I just think that like I don't think he's going to do anything, and I think a lot of people fall for a lot of stuff Trump says. I mean, my mom was even calling me about like something he said that he was going to do, and she's like, "Isn't that great that he's doing this? This helps me." And I'm like, "If he does it, like it's the same thing when he said like, oh, you know, Mexico's going to pay for the wall," and like everyone just thought that that was great and didn't ask like how, and guess what? They never
Yeah.
did. Like,
Huh.
we're going to run it. Okay, how? What does that mean? Well, we'll never know because he just won't do it. Like, I'd be very shocked if he, like, you know, does
I don't
this.
want, you know what, Brianna? I hope he doesn't run it. I love I love the move coming in and getting rid of the guy. The guy from everything I've read about him, he was a brutal man. And even like everyone, even the CNN and the MSNBC libs, they all have said, good, get him out. Bad guy.
Those are your favorite stations, right, Ben?
My favorite station is YouTube, my friend. But you got the solution. Let the lady come back. Let her. That's who the people wanted as their leader. 80% of them. That's a pretty damn fucking good landslide.
I know, but if we do that and we enforce that,
What do you mean?
like who's going to enforce this lady coming back? Like we would have to ensure her safety. We would have to, and then we would consider.
I think that's on us at this point, at least for a little while. I mean, we took the guy out. Let's help
She's
her.
not safe if you've left his cabinet or whatever they call it down there in place.
They should all be arrested too. Every single one of them. They're all
so freaking weird.
I don't know.
Did you want us to go in there and take out everybody? Because
I know that the VP was supposed to be like
I think
absolute savage, just like what's his face.
I want to say, like, I want to agree with Pat, like ethically and in my head, it makes sense to have as little victims in this situation, right? Just have the one, and then just put in charge who we want to and protect them for a while. But I think historically, the longer we stay engaged and the more people we leave behind, it fails. Like, I mean, we stayed in Chile for forever trying to support leadership we put in there, and now they like completely resent us for it. I think maybe it's gone now, but for a while they did. And same with what we've done in the Middle East. And I just think on paper, even though that's like what my like brain says is smart, I think it actually is smart to unfortunately take out if we're already involved. I wish we didn't get involved, but if we're already involved, take out anyone we think might be a supporter of them or arrest them or whatever, and honestly put her in charge. And hopefully set up a system for her own people to take care of her. But I think that putting our military in is, on paper and statistically, one of the worst things we can do. We need to like disengage as quickly as possible.
But then let me ask you guys this: if he did do that and he did go in there, and like you would be mad at the way that he did it. Like he would go do it, and there would be something about the way that he would go do it that y'all would be mad at.
Well, I wish he didn't do it at all. But if we're going to do it, this is how I feel like it needs to be done, if that makes sense. So
why don't you wish we did it?
I supported him going in. Like
Bree, why do you wish we hadn't done it at all?
I'm just a very big non-interventionalist. Like I'm just a non-interventionalist in general.
Even if it could enrich the country, our country, with the oil and the gold and the resources, like you.
I don't think that. I think that there's other reasons. I think the oil is like the soft reason, and I think that people are acting like that's the conspiracy theory. I think Venezuela is one of the only few countries without a Rothschild central banking system. Iran's also one of them. So I think that that's a deeper reason why we're involved, and I think that I don't know how much that I don't know if that helps us. Those, you know, BlackRock and certain things like getting more powerful. I don't know if that is helpful to me as an American, but
Bree loves Dave Smith.
I do.
Dave Smith's been killing me lately. I watch a lot of Dave Smith too, and he's been killing me lately. Okay, so
did you see on this Venezuela? Did you see the weapon some of the weapons that were used
No.
in that operation that incapacitated, like there was some sort of crazy weapon that Trump used or the operators used that was having dudes like bleeding from the nose and vomiting, and they were like, you know, like I'm like, what? Like, you haven't seen that?
Nah,
Look that
bro.
up, Joseph. Look it up.
Nah,
Dude,
dude.
I'm not. I saw it
They
unless there
turned
was
the lights
something
off.
fake.
They turned the fucking lights off.
Just saying what I heard,
bruh.
Bruh.
Just think about how inept that Venezuelan government was. That we had like 70 fucking helicopters flying over his house, and nobody fucking really shot at him except for a couple guards on the ground.
Okay, wait.
I mean,
U.S. used powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees during Maduro raid. Witness account. All right, just scroll down. Let me read the what. Brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees, bleeding through their nose and vomiting blood during the raid to capture Nicolas Maduro. According to what?
That's so awesome,
Bro, we were on guard.
That's amazing.
We were hold on. We were on guard, but suddenly all our radar systems shut down without any explanation. The guard said the next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones flying over positions. We don't know how to react. Yeah, that was for the
What is
lights
this, Shield?
and the
Is this
cell
Marvel?
phones.
Like, my God.
yeah, exactly. I think like Iron Man.
What is happening for
That's what I'm
this?
saying, dude.
What? Okay, hold on.
Isn't that crazy?
Hold on. We ensued, he said, was not a battle but a slaughter. We were hundreds, but we had no chance. They were shooting with such precision and speed. Felt like a soldier was firing 300 rounds a minute.
This all seems like BS. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't.
Hey.
No, look, is this the Post? Is this a Post article? It's not. If it's the Post, it's true. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. At one point, they launched something. I don't know how to describe it. He said it was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly, I felt my head was exploding from the inside. You got to be fucking kidding me. There's no.
Hey, man, I don't know. I haven't seen anything to debunk it, but I've also, this is it. I haven't seen
We all
anything to
started
prove it.
bleeding from the nose. Some were vomiting, fell to the ground, unable to move. We couldn't stand up after a sonic weapon or what. Yeah, this sounds like some Marvel shit, dude.
You know what? I fucking love it. I'm gonna choose to believe it. It fucking
Right?
I know, right? Doesn't that get you fired up, though? Like,
Yeah,
if we're that advanced, which I think we are, like, we're pretty damn advanced. If we're that advanced that we can launch something that does that to enemy, dang.
If we do that, why don't we just do that all the time?
I know.
Like, that'd be
We
the
should just
easiest
always
way to
it.
do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding this, what do you guys think? I want to talk about the protests a little bit. I mean, we can talk about all the protests, the Venezuelan protests, the ICE protests, all this shit. To me, I think it's I think both sides are at fault for this shit. Like, I think that people getting hurt in these protests and whatever, I think both sides are definitely at fault for it. And especially in the ICE one with Ilhan Omar being like, hey, go out into the streets, film, impede people's progress or ICE's progress or law enforcement's progress. You're sending people out there where there are weapons. Like, you're sending moms with babies and fathers with babies into a place where they could potentially be hurt. And that's fucked up on both sides. Like, stop that shit.
I mean, I'm kind of a person where, like, if I'm being honest here, I think that we have misrepresented protests in the past, and glorified them. I'm very pro protest because I think a lot of groups that are like anti people getting together and getting crazy, like, unfortunately in US history, that's how things have been accomplished. Like, I know we like to pretend like the civil rights movement was all like great and MLK, and it wasn't. Like, not all of them were great and civil. The Boston Tea Party, what we're all based off of, people died there. So my biggest thing is, like, I actually think protests are very effective, but I think we should glorify them and say there are risks involved with them. So, you know, I don't think we should glorify them. Like, I think we should talk about them. I think they are effective. I don't think it's effective just to write a letter to your congressperson. I don't think that's effective. I think historically in this country, protests work, but you do need to kind of be aware of what comes with them, because people have died at every protest that matters in this country. You know, gay rights ones, you know, all of them.
but I would say that is very different. And Trish in here, what would you have them do? I'm not saying don't protest. If you want to go protest, go protest. What I'm saying is these ones have become very violent. And like, I just don't see sending civilians out to do like that kind of work. You're sending them out.
Garrett, you're correct. You're correct. And
I just go.
You can't get in, you can't touch law enforcement. If you're going to touch somebody, they're going to fucking throttle you, and you deserve it if you touch a police officer. The problem is none of these protests would have ever fucking happened if ICE, and it's not ICE's fault, if the administration.
That's not true though, Trish.
Yes, it is, because
no,
they
not you.
Not you, Pat.
Not you, Pat. Not you. Trish,
sorry.
Protest is a violent act. I don't think it is though, because Brianna just said talking about the LG or like gay and lesbian protests back in the 90s and 80s. We marched with an AIDS quilt. Like we just sat in places and we're just like, we want to be a part of some shit. Yep. It wasn't like, maybe you're thinking back to the MLK days with the tear gas and all that shit and whatever. And I get that shit probably had to happen. But I don't. I mean,
there were the Stonewall riots. I think people people die at those.
But the Stonewall riots. I personally don't think that it had to get that bad either.
Yeah,
I really don't. I think there was a better way to protest, to sit, to talk, to have conversation than there was to just go out there and like throw yourself in a position where you could die. Go ahead, Pat. Sorry.
So all I'm saying is, if you're giving a group of people unchecked power. And that's what I think is happening right now. And at the beginning of this, if they all just, for crying out loud, like I said before, deport every fucking illegal alien here. I'm all for it. Get a warrant, go to their house, you know where they are, knock on the door, and pull them out there. Pulling them out in the middle of the streets, ripping them out of daycare, ripping them out of schools, out of their places of work, where everybody can see and everybody's filming, has caused this massive national reaction to where all of a sudden you've got lawmakers saying, this can't happen. This is unconstitutional. They're actually making mistakes and detaining hundreds of U.S. citizens by accident because they are unqualified people doing this work. They're giving $50,000 bonuses to any moron off the street and training them for 47 days to become ICE agents. That is ridiculous. It doesn't all have to be done in the first year of his presidency. And I think that's why we've got what we've got. But you're right, Garrett. When you go out and protest, you like that poor woman. She was definitely interfering. There's no doubt about it. But it didn't warrant a death sentence. It would have got her a fucking ticket, if anything.
Yeah.
And we can get into that and how that all happened. But don't do that. Stand on the sidewalk with your signs, with your megaphone. Yeah. Whistles.
Two things, Pat, to what you said. One, you said it doesn't all have to be done what Trump's wanting to do. Doesn't all have to be done within a year. But then you'll be the same guy to say, well, he's not doing this, and he said he was going to do that, and why isn't he doing this yet? And you're really impatient about what he isn't doing based on what he said. That being said, I am also, there are certain things, I'll just say the biggest one, Epstein list. Hey man, you promised that. What the hell? What's going on? But at the same time, he's not doing enough, or he doesn't have to do it all, but he's also not doing enough. That can't go in the same thing. Also, I want to see the hundreds of U.S. citizens that are being arrested falsely, incorrectly, errantly, whatever. I want to see, I actually want to see that. And I also want to say that there was a story yesterday, and this is what's going on. There was a story of a young ICE officers were walking into what looked like Target, and this young man was being crazy belligerent, over the top, stupid, in his face, and he like came at the officer. The officer detained him, took him down, blah, blah, blah. You know what the story read? The story read, ICE officer arrests U.S. citizen. So it's, I don't know, man. There seems to be too much bullshit that's going with that. Here's my whole thing. Hold on, you talk. It's my turn. Like, we have a problem on multiple levels here of illegal immigrants in this country, right? We don't hate illegal immigrants. We just don't agree that they should be here using our resources and given government benefits and everything. We need to get them out. Okay. Right. We all agree on that, right? So I'm setting that precedence. We all agree on that. We also have a media that has absolutely no problem. Hell, my own Milwaukee Bucks coach, who has no problem spewing dishonesty, total dishonesty about what ICE is doing. You know who they had in the car that day, or they were transporting? That guy was like a serial kid sodomizer. This dude's raping kids. And you want to like mess with ICE? They are trying to do their job. There are bad apples in the lot. I get it. But they are largely trying to do their job. They are arresting violent criminals like 9 out of 10 times. And when you have a media, to Garrett's point, that says, get in their face, protest, ISIS bad, domestic terrorists, even if they're getting 8 out of 10 that are bad and 2 are like actual U.S. citizens, oh, my bad, sorry, we ran your everything, my bad. They're still getting 8 out of 10 horrible people out of this country.
Crazy. Are you serious?
What is crazy about
2
that?
out of 10 detained U.S. citizens? What happened to Don't Tread on Me? What happened to my Second Amendment rights, my Fourth Amendment rights?
Those things still apply. Those things still apply. But
no,
hey,
they don't.
we screwed
Not when
up.
you're getting detained. That is the secret police walking around and asking people for papers. You are guaranteed that by the Fourth Amendment. The Supreme Court has shut that down right now. You have literally an unchecked power army right now going around you. And listen, that video of that Target person, did you see it? Because the Department of Homeland Security issued a statement saying he assaulted ICE. He stood at least 5 to 10 feet away from him. And guess what? In this country, you can say whatever the fuck you want because you have a First Amendment right. That dude just grabbed him because he didn't like what was being said to him. That
he came at the ICE officer. He legit came at the ICE officer.
Thrown to the ground because the kid was 5 feet away from him, filming him and saying "fuck you" to him. Guess what?
He started that way, and that's totally fine. But he came at the officer.
He never touched it. You cannot put your hand.
Just like the young lady did. Was she intending to run over the ICE officer? Probably not. But she was coming at him. That guy came at the ICE officer.
You're changing.
It's different, but it's related. He came at the ICE officer.
Okay, hold on. All right. Okay. Hold up.
Yeah.
Gen 6 gets a pass, but when you have these ICE dipshits stepping all over individual rights, you all clutch your pearls. I did not give Jan 6 a pass. I just
listen. Every one of those January 6 people, every single one of them could have been shot by those Capitol Police officers, and by the what I'm hearing from the right wing, that was a justified shooting, and that's fine if you want to think that. Then every single one of those people beating on police officers should have been shot on January 6th, right? Not one of those guys fired their gun. Not one of them, because it's law enforcement's responsibility to understand the situation. Because when you fire your weapon, you better be fucking sure.
Or there's a lot more to January 6th than you want to believe.
There's not, Jeremy. Watch the freaking videos. Okay. These guys are smashing over the head. Okay. Come on, dude.
So I've never defended January 6th. I understand what people are saying about it, but my thought process was when you had the summer of love, or what do you call it? I don't even know it.
Yeah,
buildings and shit were burned to the ground. People were hurt. People died. It was fucking awful. So like when people like defend January 6th, I don't defend it. I don't do what I know I shouldn't do. Am I supposed to go into a building that I'm not allowed to go into? No. Am I supposed to go out in there without proper escort? No. Am I supposed to burn down a fucking building? No. Am I supposed to smash a police car or spit on police or whatever? No, I'm not supposed to do that. So I'm not fucking doing it. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Well, CrossFat, a good cop won't see that. And this is what I love you, CrossFat. This is what drives me nuts. A good cop won't be in front of a car like that in that circumstance. It doesn't matter. He was in front of the car. Doesn't matter if he wasn't supposed to be or what, he was. And in a situation that quick where it's popping off, the tires squeal right at him, he defends himself.
He did.
I hate that she got shot. I absolutely hate it. But it was an act of self-defense. And if we rewind what we were talking about before, she should not have been there. You don't put yourself, that's not how you protest. I don't know if you guys seen it. There's a guy who basically seems like he was a professional protester, and he addresses what happened in Minnesota. And he said, and he showed pictures of everything. He had this crazy New York accent, a really cool video. But he said, he's like, I protested. And as soon as I was, the cops approached me, if I went across the line, past the line, the cops approached me, they detained me. He said, I put my hands behind my back. They cuffed me and away I went. And then I fought it in the court of law. I did not put myself in a situation to be shot, hurt. That is
I totally saw that.
What the hell?
Shut up.
Wait, what's going on here?
What the fuck?
Stop it.
Get out.
Is this the big reveal?
There's no way.
I am floored right now.
I am absolutely.
Are you adding them?
What the fuck?
What happened?
Whatever, dude. You're a dick.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Is that Will?
What's up, guys? How we doing? What did I miss?
Bastard. Oh
Let's
my
go,
God.
let's go,
My heart was like doing this.
I thought it was crossbat too. I was
Holy
like, stop it.
What do you mean? I am crossfat.
Yeah, okay.
Will freaking Plummer.
Are you crossbat? There's no look.
That would
I
be
knew he
amazing.
would like that. That's what I did it for.
Dude, I think I might have soiled my pants a little bit.
I did.
I saw it because it came up with a name and no picture, and I'm like, wait, what?
And I'm not used to Will with a not shaved face, so that was weird as fuck. Damn.
Yeah, you look younger, homie.
Is it good or bad, Garrett?
No, it's awesome. I love
Okay.
it. I love it. I love the manliness. We're just adding all the manliness to the show. Brianna,
Perfect.
sorry, girl. I'm trying to add vagina to the show, but there's not a lot that want to come and talk. Unless Trish, you want to come on the show, baby? Just DM me, girl, anytime. I'm all about it.
Trish doesn't exist.
Trish exists. That dude looks nothing like Hobart.
That's funny.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Who was up? It was Jeremy telling a long-winded story. Brianna,
Well,
did
Will
you wanna
came
yell
on.
at
I want to hear
somebody?
from Will now. What are your
Yeah, Will,
thoughts?
tell-
Where'd we
William?
end? What are we at? Ice?
Basically talking about ICE, how they're handling the situation with, ripping people out of vehicles, ripping people out of their houses in broad daylight.
My last point, Will, was she should not have been there at all in the first place. If you take her not being dumb, that doesn't happen. And also, there's like this guy who's like a professional protester, and he kind of backs it up. He's like, you don't put yourself in those situations.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. So here's where I was going with this was just like, I totally and completely blame the powers that be. I just think they have pitted us against each other. They've been doing it for at least a decade, if not more at this point, and we're going for it. And you have like that ICE officer too, and anybody can weigh on, you can like jump on me for this too, but he was walking away, and then the wife came and started talking shit like, hey, boy, big boy, go get me lunch or whatever the fuck. And then the ICE officer turned back around and started to re-engage with the scenario. So like, we are just weaponizing people, and you're sending people that don't know what they're doing to people who, I don't know if it was Crossbat or Clock Cutter that said it, to people who already have PTSD. These ICE agents, these cops, these military, they already have PTSD. You're making the two collide, and that shit's fucking dangerous. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did you hear what happened to that guy like 6 months prior?
Yeah, he got dragged by a fucking car with
drunk.
Side note, like completely irrelevant, but that fucking dude shouldn't be out there at all. And
it's true, but unfortunately, that happens all the time. Any law enforcement agency out there has guys that have no business being out there. I served with guys that have no business doing. they have quote unquote no business out there. CrossFit is trying to drive me out of my mind. Most cops walk away when someone puffs that chest. God,
I would
bless
say
you, CrossFit.
so. Something I think about is that despite talk, though the media might make it seem like it, under Biden's 4 years, he had 1.1 million deportations, and that was higher than Trump's first term. We don't have numbers on Trump's current term, I think, that are completely accurate to what 2025 looks like. But I know in Biden's last year, it was a 10-year high. And now this is not about the border, because there were more border crossings, significantly more under Biden, right? But just talking deporting people. And yet I didn't hear anything about it. And you could argue that that's the media like fluffing things up. But for me as a citizen, what do I want to see more of? I want to see more specifically criminals first, but illegal immigrants deported with at least chaos as possible. I think that would be the most successful system. And unfortunately, under Trump, we're getting the same, if not less, if we're comparing his first term that we have numbers on, than Biden, with more chaos. So I can't see how anyone thinks that that's like great.
It was done the wrong way, in my opinion. You could have avoided all this shit. You could have deported all these people. You didn't have to do it violently. You didn't have to do it publicly.
That you can't be that naive, Pat. I know sometimes you're naive, but that is the most not. You can't do it differently. Go ahead, CrossFit. CrossFit has something to say.
Here, I got something for you.
Hold on. You said to me. Go ahead, CrossFit.
So before I get started, one, this is all all of my views are completely satirical. They do not represent the Department of War, Chip Ganassi Racing, IndyCar, CrossFit AFCO, or Sentinel Training. Okay. I'm completely bullshitting right now, and none of these I actually believe in. Okay. So with that being said, I think I'm going to combine essentially like my view and perspective on it it starts with Pat's point, right? About that this all could have happened a long time ago and the problem could have been stopped, right? When we didn't leave our southern border open for a long extended period of time. And then it leads into Garrett's point of there was two people in the situation that weren't prepared to be there, right? So when we left the border open and we had people flood in for years unvetted, there's two types of, in my opinion, there's two types of illegal immigrants, right? There's one that has no intention of causing any harm and they only want a better life. The other, their only intention is to come here and cause harm. That's it. And then what happened the other day when unfortunately she got shot, right, is there was two people who had the intention to cause harm. One who accelerated on a gas pedal and the other pulled the trigger. And one walked away with their life and the other didn't. That's kind of been my take on it. Once I saw all the angles of the footage and saw everything, and you could argue of whether they like who's at fault or whatnot, right? Or what side is weaponizing it more than the other. But right now, like both those people were put in that situation, right? By either direct orders or what they felt was like an order from something they felt compelled to go and do. So that's my thoughts.
Fair take. Good take. I just think that, you know what? I mean, I understand the guy shooting her because maybe he really did feel fearful of his life, rightly or wrongly. I just know two things. If the woman really wanted to run him over, she would have ran him over because, and she wouldn't have turned her wheels all the way to the right like she was trying to get around him. I still don't think that matters.
She
like
didn't. I saw the video too. She did not. No way in fuck. Where's?
Are you
oh
serious?
God.
Her
Those wheels
wheel-
were not turned. Have you turned your entire steering wheel to the right and seen the way that your tires go?
Which way did the car go after he got out of the way?
Left.
It went right.
No,
It
went
did
left,
not.
Pat.
It crashed to the
Pull
left.
the video up. It went left.
Dude.
It hit the
Oh,
car
my
on
God.
the side of the road
Like
on the left.
this.
No, fuck out of here, bro. Fuck
Dude,
out of
it
here.
was like
it
this.
hit the
It went
telephone
like that.
pole.
Are you on track?
Are you?
Are you on fucking track? She
See,
literally went
Garrett-
like this.
Garrett,
In
can
the
you pull it
body
up?
footage. You watch
I'm trying to find it right now. I think I
Oh,
have
that's
it
good.
on X.
it
I
backs
think
up.
we need
Which
like
My
I think
God.
we need west and east instead of left and right. I think like starboard. Maybe.
Yeah, here we go. Is that the?
Watch
That's not.
the wheel.
That's one of
and
them.
Portland Avenue. Federal officials say she was trying to run over ICE agents, so one of them fired 3 shots in self-defense, killing her. State and city elected leaders dispute that account. Witnesses captured video.
That car's going
of
right,
what
Garrett.
happened
Here, no,
as they
I
were
got it
hearing
right
and
here.
seeing
No, I
what
got
was-
the new here. This one.
The car's going right.
No,
Am I-
but where does
No,
it go
it's
after the fact? Does it go
bro.
left or right?
Hold on, just wait. Here.
Uh-oh,
It
I
all
don't know.
goes to the right. Well, what do you mean
It does
after the fact
not.
when she's
You
dead?
don't know what our left and rights are? The car goes right.
She's moving forward.
Watch your tires.
I'm looking at it.
I mean, the car goes right. I mean, I'm not trying to argue.
Is there like a black box like the airplane, like where we can see where the airplane went?
Oh my god. Hold on. He's explaining shit. Just give it a second. He zooms in on it. God. Maybe this isn't the one.
Just use the body cam footage.
I love
You watch
Trish.
her.
Is this the original Trish?
You
Or is
literally
this like
watch
some fake?
I don't.
It's
I
not
don't
fake.
think we're
What the
arguing
hell?
the fact that like I don't think she tried to run him over. Like that wasn't.
I
her
don't think
intention.
oh, okay, fine. I'll concede to that. But she went forward. She wasn't turning her
Yeah.
car wheels
Dude,
at
she
all.
was. She
The
went.
car didn't go
what?
backwards.
How does her car go right after she got shot in the face 3 times? She didn't steer it again. She was probably dead already, and the car was going to the right.
Wait, we're arguing. We're
Yeah,
arguing that
fine.
her
It's
car,
fine.
what direction the car went when that.
If you want to
doesn't
say that she
matter.
wasn't
What
intending to
matters
run
is
him
she
over,
went-
that's fine. Like I'll
But-
concede to that.
But again,
But
and,
that's
and
not what
maybe,
the
but
video
like
showed.
she is going.
She's
wheels
going
Okay.
forward
screeching
and she
right
crashes
at him,
to the
you
left.
know?
Can I ask?
Now again, let's rewind even more. If she isn't for the 4th time blocking a brigade of federal ICE agents,
There was a brigade.
she's alive. You know that
Garrett,
like you don't.
Garrett, I'm
No,
gonna
there
tell
wasn't
you
a,
what,
there
whatever
wasn't a
you call
brigade
it.
of ice
Can I
agents.
ask? Can I ask in Jeremy's opinion?
Whatever you call it.
This is to Jeremy. Let's say for some reason, you know, someone put you on drugs and for you got all riled up and attended a protest and got in the same situation as this lady. Hypothetically, what do you
Oh, what
do?
happened? He left.
You're already in the car. He's already in front of it. Please tell me how you get out of that situation without dying.
Get out
Brianna.
of the
What
car.
would you have done?
I don't. First of all, I don't put myself in that
You're on
situation.
mute.
I don't allow someone to give me drugs or anything like whatever your premise was. Third of all, so like
Jeremy.
all of your point is mute because I don't put myself in that situation. But if you want to play
It's
that game,
hypothetical,
when the
so let's
ICE
play.
officers say, "Get out of the car," you're under arrest. I get out of the car. I do what they say.
So
Like
your
the
answer- your
professional
answer is
protester
comply.
guy was talking about, and you put
Your
your
answer
hands
is
behind your
comply, and
back
I'll
and you
get
do
out of
what
the
they
car.
say. That's how
Jeremy, you do what
live.
you say to guys that walk up to you wearing a mask that don't identify themselves as law enforcement. Can you imagine? Listen, this is where we're at, right?
Oh, such
Police-
a huge problem. America's
police
under attack by
officers-
ICE.
Why don't police officers wear masks?
ICE is
Ah,
Well,
see,
the
now
out
I'm
of
rampant.
control.
mad. I'm
Arresting
finding that video, Trish.
everybody. Oh my God. I can't go
police-
outside because I might get detained by ICE.
Police officers, judges, lawyers, they don't wear masks because why?
Well, judges and lawyers don't have people showing up to their Hilton.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Sorry.
Judges have been assassinated all over this country for years. They still don't wear
Now
masks.
you're drinking the Kool-Aid that
No,
ICE is
no,
out
dude.
just
Dude, listen.
getting everybody and causing all
Jeremy.
this carnage when they're trying to do their job. There might be some mistakes made in there, just
some
like there
of
are with law enforcement.
Listen.
There's mistakes made there. Right?
I get it. I get it, buddy.
So
I
they're
understand what
trying
you're
to do their
saying.
job, and you have this crazy media push to obstruct, get in their way, fight them.
Why
do
is that?
violence towards them?
Why is that?
Because
Because
people
we're
are
seeing
retarded.
it play out in our
That's
streets.
why.
We're seeing it play out in our streets, dude.
What are we
Listen,
seeing?
You
play?
just
Them
said.
trying
You
to do
just
their
said to me,
jobs?
I want to see these 170 people. You're not looking in the right places, dude. And I don't want to flood your
I
DMs.
guess not.
Well, listen,
You
I'll
already do
send
flood
you
my DMs.
all
What
the
are you talking
shit you
about?
want. I'll send you everything. But I don't think you're
As
going
long
to
as they're
watch
not
it
dick
or
pics
read
anymore,
it.
that'd be great.
You're not going to watch it or read it. I don't think you're interested in seeing it. But trust me, both sides are agreeing that U.S. citizens were being arrested because these people aren't qualified. You cannot rip an American citizen out of his car. What
No,
are
you
we in
can if
fucking
he's
the
being a
Soviet Union?
dickhead. You can bring him
Where's
out
it?
of his car if
Show
he's
me,
being a
dude. You
dickhead.
gotta. Yeah.
Garrett,
I
the
mean,
First
come on.
Amendment allows you to be a dickhead all you want.
Bro, I'm not talking about being like, fuck you, you suck, blah,
That's
blah,
what
blah.
that's what I'm telling you is happening. I'm not talking about somebody who puts their hands on law enforcement.
But you can't shout fire in like a crowded room, right? That causes panic. That's not
Well,
illegal. So
you can't say bomb on plane.
Would be parking in the center of a street honking your horn while there's an active thing going on. Could you consider that?
Arrest her. She should have been arrested. I'm 100%
She should have been
in
She should
favor
have
of
been.
that.
I
100% in favor of that.
They
Listen,
were
you're
they
not.
were trying to do that, and then she drove away.
I'm not talking about that. She got in a situation she should have never gotten.
Offline to do a line.
Can you imagine
Right.
Pat doing a
Is
line?
this
I know he's
yours?
excited now,
Or-
right? He's like,
Is it Pat and Jeremy's? You got to smack him around a little bit. Come on,
yeah.
pull the reins back in. Let's go.
On me? Am I yelling to
On
me?
you two. Yeah,
All
you
right,
guys
come
are
on,
yelling at
let's
each
go.
other.
Brianna,
Sorry,
let's go.
CrossFat.
Tell me,
You
tell
assume
me
someone's
how
identity.
wrong I am. How it's like. Brianna said I'm very far right wing, so go ahead, tell me.
You're not far right wing. Listen,
You're
I just call how I see it, dude. I'm not liberal.
Is she
I'm not
out?
fucking conservative.
Pat,
And-
you call it like you want to see it to
Wrong. I
validate
call it
your incorrect
like-
takes. That's what
Jeremy,
you
you
do.
just
All right.
said you didn't know
Come on.
anything about those citizens who've been detained.
that one.
You should know that. dude.
No. You
There we go.
misheard
Okay.
that. You
No,
misheard
you
that.
said I
didn't
want
say
to
I
know
didn't
who these
nothing.
people are.
I said that it might be happening. I even said there might be 2 out of 10, maybe.
And
that's
that's horrible.
If that is the case, okay, we can go down that road. But I don't even believe that's the case. I believe you are the master. Pat isolated instance Lang. Those are the most isolated incidents that could have ever been happening, and you're blowing them up. Oh my God, innocent people are being wrongfully detained all over the place. It's this crazy thing. No, it's not.
My
Because it's
thing
not
is, like,
happening
you
at
guys-
that rate.
Yeah, it
this
is. It
always
actually
happened.
is.
Yo,
Because-
this is
Go
this
ahead.
has always happened, right? Like
This
have
has
been.
never happened.
Are you-
We have
what are you
never
talking
seen
about?
this.
We've-
You have
okay,
never
People have
seen
always drawn
you have
people
never
who have been
seen
wrongfully
masked
arrested since we started
agents,
putting people in
masked
jail.
Okay.
unidentified agents.
Fine, but we've been deporting people forever
Good.
and going into people's houses and going into workplaces and going into whatever to
With
deport people.
warrants, Garrett. With warrants.
They have warrants.
No,
Pat.
they don't.
Oh
They
my
do
God.
not.
It might be like the wrong person, but like
You need to
they
look
have
into
warrants.
this more.
Okay,
There
yeah.
are no warrants.
Okay.
They are just going in and getting them. The Supreme Court said you don't need it anymore.
Pat,
They
in
said
your
you
world,
don't
louder
need
hey,
it.
than
listen,
me
listen,
doesn't
Pat.
mean-
Listen, in your
That's
world,
right.
no mistakes can be made.
No,
That's
bullshit,
the
Jeremy.
world.
I
Hey,
understand there's
hold on.
mistakes.
In your world, no mistakes can be
Trish
made,
got you.
and
That's
everything
right.
has to be done the way you want it. But you
Wrong.
fail to realize that
Wrong.
that's not how the world works.
Wrong.
Yes,
I'm not
it is how.
condoning any wrongful doing, but to make an omelet, sometimes eggs get cracked, right?
Jeremy, I'm
And I don't
okay
want
with
anybody. Hey,
All
I don't
right.
want anybody wrongfully detained. I don't believe there's this crazy epidemic.
Well, when
of
you're
it
dealing
happening.
with millions of people, you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna make mistakes.
It
right?
happens
Like when you deal with
sometimes. It
big groups of
happens.
things and broad generalizations, you make mistakes and people get lumped up. Right? Like when we speak in general terms, that happens. Right? Like
Yeah.
as both sides,
So-
we know that it
Of course it's
happens.
a
But that's
slippery
the
slope,
thing.
Trish,
You
I
have
get
to.
it.
Oh, Brianna hates me. I'm so
Like
sad.
what's the what's the acceptable percentage of error, right?
But
If we
this
had to
goes-
put a number
That's what
on
I'm
it.
saying. There's
this
going
goes
to
back
be,
to the
and you
point-
don't want
I
it to
don't.
happen.
I don't think it's 20% because if it's 2 out of 10, I agree that would be too much. Right?
He's way
But-
too high on that. He's way too high on that. But the problem is you
So it's less than that. It's
you're
less than 2
yeah,
out of
it's,
10.
yeah, it's definitely less. They deported 600,000 people this year. I mean, and 65,000 were detained. If it was 2 out of 10, that's a big problem. But
Yeah.
what you're seeing is all these people, all this shit is public because it's been happening in the streets and it's happening, and so people are filming it. So the second you start getting it wrong, and then you look at the fact that they're masked, they're not trained properly, they're given weapons after 47 days.
How do you know that they weren't trained properly?
Because just read about it. They've sped it up. They're giving $50,000 bonuses to all new ICE employees.
50K?
$50K, buddy. That means any retard,
75K.
any retard that doesn't have a job is going to
Hey,
fucking
but
do that.
that's not right either, right? Because
What?
like
What's not right?
You can't just call them retards. You don't.
Yes,
know
I
that.
can. Yes, I can.
Well,
He
but then
can,
also,
but he doesn't mean he's right, Will.
It's
He
the
can't.
First
It
Amendment.
doesn't mean he's right.
I can call. I'm just saying
know what
that.
the problem
you
is?
can.
I just diagnosed the problem with Pat.
All right, go
Oh
ahead.
God, here we go.
Here we.
I dated a liberal for a couple of months.
Not a
and
liberal.
A guy.
It was wild. But
Not a liberal.
when you're married to a liberal and you spend every waking moment with a liberal, I think we're seeing the result of what happens to a man when you get married to a liberal.
All right, so I'm going to send
You're
you all
welcome,
these
Pat.
videos, and then you're going to call me back and go, "Yeah, maybe you're right."
Hold on, I want to go
Okay.
back to
can't wait.
CrossFat's point.
Antifa Pat.
What's it, like if you're pro the death penalty,
I
but
am.
we very much know that innocent people go to the death penalty and die. Are you willing to have the death penalty knowing that someone who's innocent could get caught up in that?
Yeah,
Dang,
because
Earl.
Point.
yeah, that.
Damn,
Bro,
G.
I'm yo.
What?
But
What?
See?
So I
Pat,
guess I
don't
was
you see-
confused.
Go ahead. No,
Garrett,
go.
Garrett, you know what
Well-
due process is?
Yeah,
Well,
I do.
All those people that got the death penalty got due process. Just because they got it wrong doesn't matter. These people are not given due process.
because they're not U.S. citizens, so they're not entitled to. The
I'm
same
talking
rights
about
that
the
we are.
citizens, dude.
Well, that makes us have to assume that you are even correct.
I
That
am
there's this
correct.
crazy number. I know you don't think you're correct, but there's this crazy number of U.S. citizens that are just being wrongfully detained. Don't you think like CNN, MSNBC would have ran on all of that?
Dude, they
And
do.
been like, look
You
at
don't
these
watch that shit.
crazy.
You don't watch
And
that
maybe
shit.
that's the problem too. Is that fucking you're getting your information from them.
I'm getting my information from.
I don't understand what you just said at all. If you're
What?
willing to have Pat, if you're willing
Go
to
ahead.
have the death penalty, knowing that there are innocent people that could be killed,
Yep.
even if they've had due process, but you're not okay with rounding up illegal immigrants who have
Garrett,
records, and there's someone might get.
I think Pat's frustrated because
Sexually.
Pat believes that U.S. citizens are wrongly getting deported, right?
No,
Okay.
they're not getting deported.
They're getting detained. They're getting thrown in a cell.
Listen, they're
I mean,
being.
yeah, it sucks.
I
It's
didn't pull
shitty,
that
like,
one up. I swear to God, my hand's not even on that. But I
Bree
didn't pull
did it.
that one
It's
up.
Bree.
Well, imagine you're driving to work one day and some
Yes.
cop pulls you over and says, "Give me your ID." They take your ID. They say, "We don't think this is you." They try to pull you out of the car. They're wearing masks and they have guns. They don't identify themselves as law enforcement. And you say, "I'm not going with you," because that's what a normal person would say. You're not going to fucking go with these people. They rip you out of the car. They beat the shit out of you. They take you to a detention
Beat the
facility
shit out.
for 3 days.
It gets better, dude. It
3
just
days.
gets
See,
better.
it's
What other
it's,
topics
it's
do you have,
amazing
G?
that
No, it's
Jeremy-
I'm not dead though.
You're
I'm still gonna see a judge.
I
I'm
mean,
still
hey,
gonna go to court.
Garrett, don't tread on me, right? Just let the police do whatever the fuck they want
Okay.
instead of getting
Hey, my
it
man,
right.
Fine, fire. Like, let's go. That's cool. We'll protect. Like, okay.
Is that the one
whatever.
where
How about
they
you- how
came
about
out
you
the
just
ICE
get it-
agent right there?
Look, I'm
Why
down.
don't we just get it right? Why don't we just slow it
Why don't
down?
you run for
and
office and
get
fix
it
this
right?
all, Patrick?
Because we're people and we don't always get it right, my guy.
Garrett, they're not doing anything to stop the craziness that's going on right now. They're doubling down.
Who is?
well, but why
okay.
do you think like
Go ahead, Will. It's your show. Go ahead, CrossFat.
I'm sorry, Garrett. Did I interrupt you?
No. Please take the show. It's
I
your
think-
show now.
I think okay, so let's look at the why, right? The why behind it. Why are these Pat? I seem like your frustration is why is there this influx of ICE officers, right?
Oh, he's a
And
black guy.
there's these new ones, and there's a ton of them, and they're wearing masks, right? And they're doing this job.
Yeah,
right?
total pussies, by the way. What
Because-
a fucking coward you got to be to wear a mask.
Oh,
Because-
dear God.
Because of the root cause of the problem, right? Is like, and you said it yourself, Pat. You said, I think verbatim, I want every effing illegal immigrant deported out of the country. Correct?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I think we could rewind and see that, right? So you understand that there's a big problem with it, right? I
Yes.
think you just disagree on the solution by which Trump's choosing to do it and execute it. And I think that's very valid. And
It's
that's a
complete
valid
insanity, dude. That's all I'm
Complete
saying.
insanity, guys.
Complete insanity.
It's crazy.
And-
Pat would. There would be
and-
no insanity.
And
if
as
Pat did.
someone who
Are you okay? I love you, Brianna. You all
can
right?
acknowledge like
And
you
Brianna's like, I
seem
should have
very
went to
fired
that
up about
game
it because
tonight.
you it sounds to me like you're really big on the individual liberty side of it, right?
Oh yeah, you
You're
know,
worried
I mean,
about that, and you're
the whole
focused on
reason
that.
this country was founded. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
And I
Where was
get
me
it.
like a
I
year
hear
ago?
you. I hear you. And right, I think what the reason why they're doing what they're doing is because they believe, right, or whoever, they think that all these illegal immigration and all these illegal immigrants are a threat to your individual liberties. So unfortunately, certain people's individual liberties are getting compromised in the process, just like it always has been, though, right? Like, go to TSA. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
I get rubbed down every time I go through, and they go up and down my thigh, right? And I don't like that. But it sucks. But like, and I know it's completely like that's a completely different level of where we're talking here of what you're sacrificing. But like, we have no privacy. This knows everything, right? Every time you click the terms and conditions, you're fucked. Apple knows everything. So I think
That's fair.
it's just to the severity of which, and the severity of this can be super big.
Listen, I just think it's hilarious that the party of literally zero law enforcement to a minimum, government to a minimum, is now on board with what's going on right now.
Well, that was classically liberal of thinking, right?
I mean, it's don't tread on me, right? Don't take any of my rights away.
Party, though. That's
What's
not
that?
the Republican Party. That's the Libertarian Party.
No, it's the Republican Party too.
Don't tread on me?
No, I know that. I'm just saying it's the Republican Party that is the one that has been crying for years about too much
Don't tread
government.
on me about things that affect them. Like, I
Oh
don't know.
man.
Like, I think when you think about, they were very that way when it came to COVID.
Should they not be?
Not anymore.
No,
They don't give a
Something
shit.
affects you.
Yes, I think
Something
they should
affects
be. I
you.
think
Wouldn't
the
you say, "Don't tread on my rights"?
The most important minority in this country is the individual, and like to me, and I think that not worrying about an issue because I think like I don't know the famous quote, "A threat to freedom, anywhere is a threat to it everywhere." Like just because this situation of government, big like stomping all over everybody doesn't affect a lot of Republicans doesn't mean that it doesn't matter. I would also say,
But that's everybody though. And I don't think it's, you want me to think about what affects you in your life and whatever. The first thing I'm going to think about is what affects my life. Like the first thing of like, what are
I
these
think it
laws
goes
that they're
beyond
changing?
like caring. I think it goes beyond caring. They're supportive of it. They're supportive of something that is big government just because it doesn't affect their life. But they were so against it when it came to COVID and
Okay, I
getting
see what you're saying.
fired.
I see
and
that
things like
take.
that.
Okay,
I think there's
I
a
see.
difference between
I
being
see that.
indifferent
Yeah.
and being for something that is
Okay.
completely a reversal of your views. I also think, I guess some of my issues are like, if you look at like the Camarilla, I don't know if you saw in California, like the ICE raids of things that I think are targeting just groups of people based on race and not based on an actual crime. I think if you look like in the ICE raid in California, they targeted a group of pickers. I say that because that's what like my family calls them. I don't know if that's politically correct. But they targeted like a farm and several of them were US citizens. Some of them weren't. One of them died in this time, and the US citizens that they ended up releasing, they didn't release until they deleted videos off their phone.
Okay.
I think things like that.
Brianna, you're making this up. It doesn't happen. Jeremy's never seen it.
My bad.
Garrett's
You're
never
right.
seen
You're
it.
right. My bad.
This is what I was just about to say to her before you went on your giant tirade, Pat. What happens
you
in
in the
your life,
bathroom?
your life experiences is what you're gonna go by. So like you want to scream and yell about like how Garrett hasn't seen it or Jeremy hasn't seen it, so it must not be true. No, these are the reasons these conversations are so good, is because we live in our life experience. And so if I don't talk to you guys about it, I get why you'd be upset. Like now I heard your story. I understand it. I feel for you. I get it. It everybody is basing shit off of what their life experience is. So like that's why I
also
hate the
wanna
fact
address
that
this.
the media is weaponizing us all the time. And they're just
Yeah.
using what we've been through in life to like get us all riled up and to go do shit we would normally go do.
Yeah. You have
What was I
CrossFit,
reading?
like TSA, or wait, no, that's not the one. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm screwing up the show here. Trish says ICE is to conservatives what lockdowns
Yeah,
were
I
to
pulled that up.
liberals. That is
Yeah.
the most wild thing ever, and I wanted to pull this up. Your mom, welcome. They've been like
what's
on
up,
the
your mom?
comment thing, like they became a member or whatever. So shout out your mom. There's a difference between not wanting the government over your life and wanting the government to do their job and get illegal people out of the country. It's a wild comparison to say that because we Americans want ICE to be able to do their job, it's like akin to liberals wanting lockdowns. That was
Can I
a
ask,
crazy
is their
government
job
overreach,
to,
and
is
this
their
is
job to target people because of the way they look, or is their job to find to me that's my thing. Like, I'm supportive of ICE. I'm actually really not, but like I'm kidding. But I'm pretty like I'm pretty libertarian. But I'm supportive of ICE if their job is to find. Let's start with criminals, and then go to illegal immigrants with a list of this is where they are, this is where we're going to find them, this is how we're going to do it. But I think targeting groups where you think these certain people might be here, like if racial profiling is a part of their job because they don't look American, I think
they're not finding white people. They're finding people that are Hispanic. It's not racial profiling. You're looking for people
because white people can't be illegal immigrants.
Dude, there's people here from
white
Russia, Norway.
Of course they can.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh
I mean,
my God, now we're gonna.
You can't. We can't put a definition on what does an illegal immigrant look like, right?
Dude,
like because
there's
the fact is this
hundreds of thousands of white illegal immigrants here.
The southern border was open, right? So that means everyone knew it and went through there, and anyone that could buy a plane ticket to Mexico could get through the border, wherever they're from, whether they're from Latin America, South America, it doesn't matter, right?
Hell, there's some from Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan.
100%,
I get it.
And but the thing is I think Brianna's point, she said, she brought up a list, right? Like if they had a list and they're going through and finding these people by, okay, right, we start at number 1, then we go to 2, and then 3. I don't think, how do we make those lists if we don't know who is here undocumented, right? So I think that's where the gray area and where it's sketchy and where it's tough.
Yeah, good
right.
point.
And where people are getting grabbed is because until you say, hey, show me your identification. And as terrible as that is, and as we've seen that said across the course of history of like, show me your papers, right? Like that at the end of the day, you have some sort of papers.
Can I also make a comment to something that Olivia said in the chat, because I just found it to be misinformation?
Yeah, don't raise your hand. You're good.
She mentioned that the farm I brought up in California, I'm very familiar with this. My whole family was pickers until like some people my mom went to college. Yeah. So let's just say, first of all, the farm is recognized. I don't know where you have it. It's illegal. It's a state recognized, yes, weed farm, but it's a legal one and it's state registered. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't know. There's information. There's documentation on it. Just because it's weed doesn't mean it's illegal. 2, the trafficked children. Yes, there were minors there working. That being said, I don't consider when you say traffic, it kind of gives me the vibe that you're talking about sex trafficking. My whole family was working. The men in my family were starting as pickers at 13. Is that right? Maybe not. Like it's not. But I think when I'm not saying it's right, but I think in my point, that's something going on in California. And that I think when you say traffic and it gives me the vibe that they were trafficked here as laborers, that they were trafficked here for sex issues. I think that there's deeper cultural things about who farmers hire, because the farm is not owned by illegal immigrants. The farm is not owned by Mexicans. So I will just say, like, I think a bigger issue there is California farmers like hiring people that are young, which I guess is wrong. But yeah, I know you're saying you live in California. I'm just saying I have a whole family of people that do we think
they're hiring like when you're a farmer, you choose to hire illegal immigrants to do the work because it's cheaper labor.
Yes.
Right. So then is the problem, is it the blame on the farmer for hiring the cheaper labor, or is the problem on the state for instituting a minimum wage where, our 13-year-olds can't
Layers
be out
of
there
it.
picking
Yes.
crops?
Yeah.
Right?
Layers
Like,
of it. And then is the problem on the culture? Like, I remember, like, yes, like those 13-year-olds are working and their parents are like, okay, you're a man now, it's time to work. Like, that's the culture they come from. There's so many layers of it. But I don't think it's coming from traditional child like labor things the way there's just a lot going on in these situations.
we're just soft.
No, I just think
and
I
that's
just come from a
that's the
family where this
thing.
is a thing, and a lot of them needed to do they
Yeah.
needed to do that to put food
They
on
needed
the
to
table.
work. They needed to provide, and said, "Hey, you're 12. You hit puberty. You're a man now. You're gonna go help provide."
But if we have child labor laws and shit like that, and you
They
come
should be
here and you
withheld in the
do this,
country.
and you get in trouble for that, like,
Yeah,
what?
there's
I-
consequences.
Yes, yeah, no. My thing there
Like-
is like I'm not against them cracking down on this farm. Like I want to make that clear. I'm not against that. I think adding that it's an illegal farm is false, but I'm not against them cracking down on this farm. I think the
It's
bigger
context.
issue is with the farmer and not with the people working there, especially if they're not committing crimes.
I mean, my culture and Garrett's culture tells us we have to vote Democrat, because we're black. So
You're
Doesn't
such
mean
a
it's a
big
good thing.
cutter.
we're just saying deport all snowmen.
Snow Mexicans now.
I really, I'm concerned now with Pat and Bree bringing. I didn't even think of this ever, that the amount of illegal Russians that are here and the problems that they are causing. We might
how about
need
the
to crack
Somalians?
down on all of those, man.
How about the
It's getting
Somalians?
out of control.
Oh, here we go. And
What
we're
about
back.
the Somalians, Jeremy? They're
What
white,
about
right?
the Somalians? What about?
Yep, they're all okay. You know what? Never mind.
Aren't they a problem in Minnesota? Aren't they illegal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy just wants to go after the Hispanics, apparently. Don't worry about
No, the Russians now. You got me onto the Russian thing. We got to get all these Russians out, Pat.
So,
They are
Jeremy,
causing
in
issues,
the
dude.
town I
said
work in,
Snow Bunny one time, and he said Snow Mexicans. I'm gonna stick with that. That's hilarious. Go ahead. Sorry.
in the town I work in, it's I think the first or second greatest concentration of Armenian people in the United States. Sevi's folks. There's an Armenian museum there. ICE just went in there and literally fucking went to town. Hundreds of Armenians deported. So,
Okay.
Jeremy, they're everywhere, buddy. White, and they're all white or whatever. They're not
Oh,
just
so you're
Hispanic.
saying that ICE
You're saying ICE is doing the
deporting white.
job?
They're
ICE is
deporting. They're deporting everybody who's not legal.
So you're saying
That's-
anybody can get it. So it's not about race or
So
skin
you
tone.
just-
Everybody can get this
Before
deportation.
you
Like,
just
Everyone that's
trumped your own
illegal
point.
can get deported.
You trumped your own point, my man.
Pat,
Yeah.
you've
No,
gone full
no, I
circle.
didn't.
Okay.
You've-
What's that?
you've-
All right,
you've gone-
before we
you've
get out of here.
grown
Oh,
in this
my God.
episode.
Will, I wish you had been here way earlier, bro.
I was listening. I listened from pretty much the start.
That was hilarious. We need
What
you.
an
You're
epic
the
entrance,
You're the
man.
peacemaker. What did God say? We need a.
You need to be peacemaker.
Let
Blessed
be
be
the
the
peacemakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
will
Even
be
if you have to
Shit.
lie about who you are, we need the peacemaker.
Facts.
That was the most epic
Crossfat. I don't
entrance.
know what you're talking about.
Cross fat. I'm glad I arrived. Yeah, I'm glad you
And-
arrived
and
too.
It's funny because you were so small down there. Like I don't know, Garrett. If
I
you
couldn't
thought the
tell.
same
I
thing.
really
couldn't
thought- I was
recognize
like-
it was you, Will. And I'm like, damn, that's what CrossFit looks like.
You're
I
freaking
thought
out.
my
You're
wife
like,
gave him the invitation. I was like, I gave an invitation to Will, not CrossFat. What's happening right now?
no, that's
Has
funny.
anybody ever seen CrossFat?
No, I think it's Hobart. I'm convinced it's Hobart.
I had my theory of who it was, and I have no idea why I thought Dave Tittle, who he used to be, he was the judge that messed up when Cara Saunders was doing the overhead squats and didn't do enough or whatever, and then he let her go. You know, the year that her and Tia were going at it.
Yeah.
For some reason, something put me onto that it might be Dave Tittle, but he's correcting me. He is in fact not that person. We'll never know. We may never know. We thought we did tonight.
Oh, Trish, those black folks should just have.
I was
to
just thinking,
follow the law.
Who is Trish secretly?
I don't
Because
know.
This seems
Trish
like
is-
my type of person. If Trish is secretly a guy, like
Trish is
I
definitely a
don't
guy.
know.
Trish is
Hit
fire.
hit my DMs, whoever the real Trish is, because
I know,
like
right?
I like the way you think.
Trish
I think
is
there's
definitely a
different
guy.
Trish. Trish wants to burn it all down. What I've learned about Trish in this episode alone is he or she or they or they want to burn the whole system down. They're not left, right. They're just like burn it down. And I like that. I appreciate
All right.
it.
How about this?
Oh,
How
boy.
about tell me if this is a sane take? How about we stop all these protests, all these fucking crazy ICE grabbings? How about the president just goes to the podium and says, "Everybody, fucking relax. We got to relax. We're gonna slow this down." They start using warrants. They start going to where these people live instead.
Oh my God.
Protesters
warrants.
go the fuck
I'm
home.
using warrants.
They're
Continue.
not
Go
using
ahead.
warrants.
God.
Whoa, did
Oh
you
my-
see that?
You are so misinformed on this. It's
I'm not-
I was
unbelievable.
about to
I've had
commit a hate
somebody
crime.
be deported in my family, and I know exactly how
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah, that was probably a long time ago, right?
Okay. Yeah, bro. All right.
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
when
No,
they
continue.
used warrants.
Okay. Continue.
I'm
Go
just
for it.
saying, like, don't you think a president should come to the podium right now and say, "Everybody, chill the fuck out"?
Yeah, I do. I agree with you on that.
All right, good.
Yes.
Good.
That'll work.
I agree a lot.
Everyone calm
I agree
down.
most politicians. I would like to see President Trump do it. I'd like to see Omar do it. I'd like to see Mondami do it. I'd like to see Gavin Newsom do it. I'd like to see whoever the fuck is in Texas right now do it. Like, I'd love to see all of them do it. Like, just,
I'm with you.
but it's not going to. And so, unfortunately, we have to have these conversations so that CrossFat can come on the show and calm everybody down and make us all love each other again. Because Brianna
here's-
was about to
dude,
tear me up. I saw that shit in the
Meg-
first 30 minutes.
Meg, for real, like that. This is a
I
thing
think
that we're
TDS
so
goes both
down.
ways.
We're true, very true. That's a good
I
point.
think
Cross.
I think
Will.
I think I don't think it's a disease that one side or the other can get, right? Like you can see
true,
clearly
but
that
does
both
it?
sides have
Can
it.
we agree that? I don't know, man. Now that I'm thinking it out, like it's bad on the right when people have the TDS. They'll like he's the best, and then it's crazy on the left because nothing he can do or say, which was going to be my point. Pat's like, what if you just said everyone calm down? They're gonna find something with that, dude. They're gonna take issue with that, and then the people on the
Dude,
right,
who cares?
that, bend
Who
over
cares?
for
At
him,
least
are gonna
try.
be like, at least try.
Pat, this is the first time in 4 years I've ever heard Pat be like, somebody needs to come out and say calm down. Pat's the first person to be like, let's get as
But
loud as we fucking can.
Like Garrett, I give Trump credit for the things that I gave him credit last week. I give him credit on the border. I gave him credit on going and get Mandaro.
Yeah,
but
you did.
Jeremy
You did.
Jeremy doesn't hear that shit. He doesn't
you
want
did.
to hear
That's
it.
fair.
He just wants he just wants to hear TDS.
Now you're
It's not
just
the
sounding
case, dude.
racist, Pat. This is
Not the case, bro.
I
Not the
thought we
case.
got rid of PBS. Didn't we cut the funding
Oh,
for
no.
PBS?
PBS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We did. They're gone.
Gone. No more Sesame
Trish.
Street.
Trish, I just said I liked you, and then you say this, and there's just, I mean, come on, that's just.
Oh God.
I don't
people
think
need
Biden.
sports
I don't
teams.
think
That's fair.
I think Biden was just old.
Yeah, he had
He's
dementia.
just old. He didn't know what was going on. I don't think he was ever really
not.
pulling the strings.
I think
he's
Trump's
never really
starting to
calling
seem
the
like he
shots.
has dementia too.
A lot of people are saying that. I haven't seen it.
I haven't
Pat,
seen.
you
I
wanna-
definitely
you
haven't seen
wanna-
it to the level
I
we
don't
saw with
see
Biden.
I don't see the same
but-
level of like. Maybe there's when he gets frustrated. That's what I see because my grandpa had dementia and Alzheimer's. So like where they get upset, right? And you'd see it with Biden when they'd ask him a question and he couldn't figure out what to say, and instead of like
yeah, because he's so
responding, you get mad, right? I think
wiring
maybe,
is short
I don't
circuiting.
know if it's dementia or it could be something else. You can't you
I've seen him be tired.
Biden had legit dementia. I think like
Yeah.
with Trump, like Trump the other day, or maybe it was a couple months ago, said something like, I
He's
can't
perfectly
believe
healthy.
I can't
Bars,
believe Biden
Trick.
hired
Bars.
Jerome Powell. That the worst hire Biden ever made was Jerome Powell, and Trump was the guy who fucking hired him. So that he says things like that, and you wonder, like, does he not remember that, or is he? I mean, how do you not remember?
He's
that?
starting to do what I do, where I just start talking and I keep going, and Garrett's got to be like, "Hey, shut the fuck up," you know.
But you're
Like,
not the president, so.
that. I know. I'm saying, but that's what Trump. That's what he's starting to do. Is like,
Yeah.
it's like,
But he's
okay,
always
dude.
been
Like he
that
always
way,
did
though.
that, but now he's doing it.
Always
more.
done that.
Garrett, I
Yeah,
got a
but he's
question.
doing it like more.
He's
Yes,
done what? He's always done what, Garrett?
He's
What?
always had these crazy fucking like
Monologues
one-liners or
and-
takes
yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
and like, no, I don't.
That was his
condone-
shtick, right? That's how he
I-
won. That's how he beat 20 people
that's-
in 2016 in the Republican National Convention, right?
Mhm.
Where it was Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, right?
And you called him.
was my boy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he got creamed because he doesn't know how to talk and he's got curly hair. That's it.
Yeah.
Trump killed him with one line, right? Jeb Bush, he beat a Bush, right?
Yeah. Rubio, little
Jeb Bush
Rubio.
got 3 electoral votes, right? And he won. He financed that whole campaign himself. The Republican Party did not want him to win.
No, they hated him.
They
listen. People were sick.
him.
People were sick of the status quo. That was it. He was there at the right time, and he fucking took advantage of it. He's a great businessman.
You could have done it. Anyone could have done it.
I'm gonna do it someday.
You should have done it, Pat. What the hell, man?
I'm too young now. I gotta wait till my kids are older.
Yeah.
No, we need a younger president.
You gotta wait until they're old enough to get a
laptop.
laptop, and they can buy illicit drugs. That's when you gotta wait until.
He called Ted Cruz's wife a dog. That it's always been him. Like it is what it is. Like I know you want to. I was the biggest one that was like, no, fuck Trump because he said grab him by the pussy. I was the number one person that was like, fuck that dude, like whatever. And then, but apparently, and nobody seems to care when people say that shit. Like anybody can say it. We've had a million presidents that just say, like Obama started saying wild shit in this last one that I never thought Obama would say. And I was just like, my guy, you were like supposed to be the shining guiding light of how to be prim and proper. And then my man was like, you ain't black if you don't vote for a black woman, protect like blah, blah, blah. Like, and he started sounding like Biden and shit talking to people. And I was just like, wow, bro. Like, okay. I don't know. That's not going to fly.
What on the title of the show, it's China's worst month.
Yeah.
What was that? What did we talk about? Did we
Nothing because Pat got totally derailed and went somewhere else. But I was just gonna say,
I think we should touch on that. I think we should talk about how weak our enemies are.
We talked about it. Garrett, we said you were right. We said you were right.
You missed it, Will, because Judy Reed called in and she was really upset that we were dissing China. So we stopped. We were like, okay, sorry, Judy.
Judy's a Chinese national. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. We showed some compassion for Judy.
But yeah, no, I was like, wow, this is all kind of like.
I don't think it's a bad month for China. I think any month where the United States is averse to each other, where the civil population is angry and there's unrest, I think that's good for people who would like to see that.
I was just talking about with the oil shit with Venezuela, and then the oil, and now Cuba is not getting shit, and now China ain't getting shit, and now if Iran is at a civil unrest too, doesn't China get their oil from Iran as well? So like, they're kind of.
Thank you, Olivia.
Those are the strategic implications that a lot of people don't see, right?
Trump.
Of like, you can talk regime change or non-interventionism, or we want the oil or we want the gold, right? But like, it is a very like true fact that China and Russia were courting Venezuela, right?
Yeah.
And essentially it was cleaning out our backyard, right?
Yeah.
But then the problem is,
where were you last week?
When you clean out your backyard, right? You either got to stay there and do something for it, right? Or let it leave and hope that they figure their shit out, right? I think it's ignorant to think they're going to figure their shit out just because, right? Like if we put that woman who won 80-20, right? Essentially, if we bring her back, that's regime change. Whether you like it or not, whether they said they voted for it, like we bring her back in, we're choosing to change the regime that was currently in. Right? Whether it's right or wrong, we are doing in participating in regime change.
Franco, we're absolutely correct.
What?
Who?
What'd you say?
My name is Carlos. I'm Spanish. I'm Castilian. I think Francisco Franco is absolutely correct.
Francisco Franco?
Yeah, Google him. He was absolutely correct. Same with Benito Mussolini.
I think we got to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, okay, my guy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Boot him. Gone.
I want to hear more.
Sorry, dude.
Yo,
I was into that, man.
The unknown number he calls. Usually, there's some sort of lesbian joke in there, which I normally appreciate. But
that's like that. That's one of the 14 people listening to the show right now.
Yeah,
he got me going for a second
Spanish
there, man.
dictator. I understood Mussolini, but the first guy you said was a Spanish dictator.
No clue.
Uh,
See, like, you
go
know,
ahead.
like people can make their decision, right? Like,
There
I
it
don't know.
is.
Oh shit!
Joseph is on it.
If you
Damn.
if you look at the
All right,
history of like,
Crusader, you can call back next time too.
oh,
All right,
wow.
drop
Tell
him
him
Man,
to
I
down.
want
speak
to hear
English
more.
next
You don't have
time.
to cut
That
him
was
off.
CrossFat.
That was CrossFit.
That
Yeah.
could
That
be
was-
CrossFat.
yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you said it at the same time.
Oh, Franco, he was what?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Franco was fighting off
the
communist revolution.
Mhm.
Okay,
Gary, you have so many different layouts.
I know, but
Can this-
because
hey.
there's different shows on here.
Mm.
This guy, this person, this is the Cyril Dil Crusader. Hey
Oh,
man,
he's
just
into the
like when you
Crusades.
call, like
I need context.
be less mysterious. You know what I'm
Weird,
saying?
dude.
Like just speak. You know, we're not gonna make fun. You know,
I mean, your
whatever.
voice
You
is
will make
We only
fun. You
make
guys
fun of
called me
Pat.
drunk.
You were
Girl,
You
were
asked
hammered.
for that.
Girl.
You asked for that.
you were
girl.
fucking bombed.
you were happy,
Guys,
my
I'm
girl.
Mormon.
You had some edibles too.
Guys, you want to hear something crazy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Guys, I'm
I
Mormon.
almost
Get the
I
fuck
reverse Austin Hatfield myself today. So I was doing GHD hip extensions
Oh,
for the
no.
Sentinel training workout,
Oh,
and
stop.
and I did 1 rep, I did 2 reps, and I'm like, wow, my feet are really moving a lot right now. And I did my 3rd rep, and I popped up, and my feet came off with
Oh.
the thing, went head first, and kind of rolled, and my feet went off to the
Ooh.
side with the GHD
Ooh.
things. Yeah.
I'm thinking when you
It was
say
pretty funny.
reverse, I'm thinking your nutsack got
Yeah,
cut.
that's what I was thinking,
No,
Jeremy.
I'm
I
happy
went-
that
I-
didn't
I-
happen to you.
I was going the opposite way, and I went head first down and went over. Yeah.
Oh,
Dang,
no.
dude. I broke
Yeah.
a GHD about a month ago, just doing regular GHDs. My fat
Yeah.
ass was just going, and
You
the
got that
metal,
hip
the
extension
metal
on.
just went crank, and I'm like,
Mm.
damn, dude. I know it's the holidays. I gained a few pounds, but what? I feel
You were
you.
trash,
Good.
Bree.
You're
Glad
flexing
you're
I
your
okay.
block.
really wasn't.
Yeah, you were. It's cool. It's
Was it
cool.
last week?
We all drank. Couple edibles.
Oh,
You're having
shit.
spicy margaritas with Sevan.
Pat, you do edibles?
No.
They were lychee martinis, to be specific, Jeremy.
Woo! Yeah, you were feeling good.
Dang.
Libertarians don't drink lychee martini. I hate to break it to you.
Oh, that's good.
That's like Green Party adjacent, right? Remember whatever happened to Jill Stein? She's got to be losing her mind right now.
Oh God, I hope she's fucking dead. What a fucking annoying woman she is.
Wow.
Awful.
We need
lady.
some sound effects.
I
We need some
love
sound
when
Why are
effects.
Pat
liberals
goes
so
from, like,
violent?
United
Liberals are
every
always
life
so
matters.
violent.
Every life matters. Let's save everyone to like. I hope she's dead. Like,
Damn.
True
Pat.
colors, man. True colors, you guys.
Get
That's
down
actually in favor of U.S. citizens getting harassed by ICE. He's just.
That's right. I
he's
want
trying to
more.
be nice.
It toughens them up. Let's get everybody once or twice.
Christ.
Oh, gee,
Oh,
did you
shit.
have other topics?
No, I'm good. We're an hour and 37 fucking minutes in.
How do we
I'm
feel about
like,
the NFL playoffs?
I don't wanna talk about it.
Jeremy's not happy.
I don't wanna
I'm
talk
good.
about
The
it. I'm about
Eagles
to
are
mute
out.
your
The
ass.
Cowboys are out. Like, I'm fine. If the Giants are out, then the Eagles and the Cowboys have to be out. So I'm fine right now.
Jeremy,
I hear
do
you,
you want
Jared.
Matt LaFleur fired or what? What's your
Oh.
deal?
Do I want him fired? I go both ways. Pause. I think it kind of has to happen. I think his experiment has kind of run its course. It's just not. It's not working. It's kind of get good enough, be good enough, and then be good enough. It's like the same. It's like Groundhog Day. I
What
think
team
we
is
just
this?
need to
The
try
Packers?
someone else. But I mean, again, I could be totally wrong because he's
I
very
think-
successful.
I like him, but I
Mhm.
think one thing that sticks out to me is underutilizing Jordan Love. I don't think he's used. I think Jordan Love's one of the best quarterbacks. Like, I think he's my top 6.
Because he's
And I
your
don't think
type. You like them
Hmm.
tall mixed kids with the hair. And
I
the-
also think he underutilized Matthew Golden. I think he played. That was probably the best game he's played. Why is he on special teams when he's your first round draft pick? And even if he isn't developed to where you want him to be, like you picked him first round, and you got to develop him. I think Xavier Worthy wasn't exactly what the Chiefs wanted him to be, but they stuck him in the game until he became
Yep.
it. And
Yep.
I think
Yep.
it's really disappointing what they did to Golden. That's one thing that's disappointed me as well. I don't
Yeah,
think he's a
Jeremy-
development
they'll
type
put out
coach.
Bo Melton
I
all
think-
day
I
long
don't
to
think
play,
he's
and I'm
very
like,
good with development. Oh, I disagree.
I agree.
Yeah,
Well,
Jeremy,
so
when
do
they
you-
when
Do you
They
think
went
he
up
should?
big.
Do you think it should be gone then, Bree? LaFleur?
I'm kind of leaning towards yes, but I don't know like who a better fix is if they hire someone that like
Bring in Harbaugh. Let's go.
No.
they need to go for
Harbaugh's-
Spag.
or
Harbaugh's-
Tomlin, he got fired today.
No, he
Oh, did
resigned.
he?
Or he
stepped down.
resigned. Right.
Oh.
I think it's very good that we're able to end this conversation
Hold on.
after we talked about and it sounded
just
like
saw
our
this.
country's falling apart. That we can finish and
Right, we could talk about
talk
sports.
about football, right?
Hold
and whether
on,
the head
Megan.
coach should get fired or not. They're not doing their job right. Like we live in a pretty good. We're in a pretty good spot if we're able to debate that issue.
Absolutely. Well, it's not that important, right? Let's let's at least love each other and talk about
it
it.
is important.
But-
Go have a
I
beer.
mean that I'm
Important to
saying
me.
that, but I'm more so saying, right, like we are very blessed to live in this country still.
Yep.
Right? Nonetheless.
No, we're
like,
not. It's a racist
if you look
country
at
where
if
ICE
you look,
is wrapping up.
Jeremy, come on out.
Yeah,
knock it off.
dude.
If you look at
God.
if you look at like Iran, right, like this past weekend, we saw what a legitimate revolution looks like and is supposed to look like, right?
Yeah.
Like that's and
Legit. Preach it, brother.
you know, people.
Well, come
some
on, this
people
is fun,
unfortunately
right?
feel that we're going this way with this country, right? And then the other side sees it the other way,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you can flip flop depending on what side of the aisle you lean towards, where you feel that is, right?
Mhm.
Like,
At the end of the day, you want the
It
country
will.
to succeed.
but at the
I
end of
would
the day,
hope
we're
so.
talking about pigskin, right, being thrown around because we
Yeah,
really
man.
got it pretty fucking good.
We do, because this is what you're allowed to do as an Eagles fan in the United States of America.
Who's your
About to
team,
show
Will?
us some shit.
And I'm only doing this for Bruce Wayne because it's hilarious. But as an Eagles fan,
Oh.
Poor Bruce.
I was here at 5:30. What's your drink of choice? Fireball.
Oh,
No, every day. Every day. So that you wake up, you just drink Fireball. Oh yeah. Why not? Why not? Anything else you want to say to the people? Fuck the free world. Go Birds.
wow. Wow,
That's
that's
our
a spot.
national
We got to
bird.
get that guy on.
That's
yo,
our national
man,
bird.
that's what you're. Hey, listen, we're a very privileged country out here.
So
St.
what's
Louis
everyone's
fan.
teams? What's everyone's teams?
New
that
York
are
Giants.
Giants.
that are left.
I was
No.
gonna say you're talking about that are left, right?
I don't care.
We're not fair weather
Buffalo
fans,
Bills.
Bree. Yeah, I guess the Bills.
I'm rooting for Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
I've always been a closet Buffalo Bills fan. So
What is the
That's my
What
team.
is the playoff picture? I have no idea.
What do
Joseph,
we got right now?
do your job.
Rams, Bears.
There's eight teams left. Eight
Yeah,
teams.
we got
teams.
the Bills,
Okay.
Niners, Bears are in. That game was fucking crazy.
Fair
My
enough.
kid-
Unbelievable.
Shut up.
Yeah.
We gotta
Unbelievable.
subject.
I stayed up
gotta
with
root
my
for the
kids.
I just can't do it.
Where's- I need my
Tyson
son.
Invasion to win it.
Hey, babe, if you're still
Super
listening,
Bowl.
send my kid in here. He
Patriots.
knows what everything is right now.
Yeah,
but-
it's
oh yeah, we got the Patriots. Fuck the Patriots.
Is Jacksonville
Good,
still in?
man.
Seahawks.
Uh-huh.
No.
Seahawks, Rams.
There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
This is like
So yeah, the
Nah, the
teams-
AFC is crazy.
Yeah.
Seahawks, Niners.
whoa. It could be the Bears and like the Texans in the Super Bowl. That would be wild.
Yep.
Wouldn't that
Two
be
shit
not
the
gonna
dumbest
franchises.
Super Bowl
Or
of
the
Hey,
all
Broncos.
time?
who's in the playoffs?
Um,
Don't look at the screen. Who's in the playoffs?
the Denver Broncos, the Buffalo Bills, the New England Patriots, the Houston Texans, the Seattle Seahawks, the San
He's
Francisco
reading it.
49ers, the
No, he's
Chicago Bears, and the LA Rams.
Yes.
He is so good.
Nice
job.
job.
Not reading
I know
it
you
at
can't read
all.
That's,
Yeah,
Good
that's
job, buddy.
incredible.
Is
Who-
that, wait, is that the ESPN app?
Oh yeah, he pulled it up.
Oh,
Yep. What?
Five
Who's
adults cannot say
winning? Seahawks,
who's playing.
49ers. Who's winning? Seahawks, 49ers.
Seahawks.
Ah.
Oh, let's go,
Old
buddy.
take. All right, bud. Thank you.
Let's go, buddy.
He pulled it up,
knows
but
what's
thank
up.
you. Yeah, he's in it to win it. He's got his little
Love it.
like
That's
he's
awesome.
got this thing on the wall in his room, and he just keeps like he makes his own predictions and shit. And he's
We
talked to
should have
Megan.
done like a prediction thing, and like loser had to do something.
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
workout or
That would've been
something.
fun.
Something embarrassing.
I think it's going to be Rams Patriots, unfortunately.
Really?
Mm.
Gross.
Again?
I
God,
hope
I
the
hope
Rams
not.
win.
Does the
I love
script
the
want the
Rams.
Patriots to be good again?
I
Do you-
fucking hate. I
No,
live in
I do
Boston.
not
I have to
want-
deal with Patriot fans 24/7.
Wait,
They're
why the
most
Rams?
obnoxious people
Jerry?
on the
I
planet.
actually have
From-
something. So,
Oh,
Brianna,
you're
you
from
said
there?
people got killed at the Boston Tea Party, right?
Just
Did
a
you
few.
mean the Boston Massacre?
Oh yeah.
Because the
Yes.
Boston Massacre was a protest, and it
Yep.
started. The people started throwing snowballs at the soldiers, right? But they were throwing like snowballs that you'd throw at that dickhead in elementary school, right? Where you'd throw little rocks in their gravel, and one of them got hit, and then they shot. Like it was literally a super violent snowball fight, is what the Boston Massacre
Jesus
was.
God.
It was,
Look
and
it up.
4 people died at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, I heard Boston.
And the
Are you
media
you're
wasn't
answering
telling
your own
people.
question, CrossFat? Is that what's happening right
Hey,
now?
we're in sync. I'm telling you.
You are one. Who's your team, Will? You didn't answer.
The
Football.
Saints. I'm from Minnesota, but my dad was born and raised in New Orleans, so he made me a Saints fan. It was
that's
fun
fair.
for.
Matt, you don't like the Patriots?
No,
was
I'm a
fun for
Giants
while.
fan.
How does that work?
So I grew up in Western Massachusetts, and when my father was a kid, there was no Patriots. He was a kid. He was born in 1950, so the only team that was on TV was the Giants. So I love the Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, and fucking Giants. The one team that was dominant my whole life is the team I didn't like, the Patriots.
Damn, that's rough.
think-
And
Yeah.
Bree, you said LA Rams?
I guess that's just who I'm rooting for in the playoffs. I
Hmm.
don't really have a team. It just kind of depends on.
I always root for
Who
Brock
I'm talking
Purdy because
to.
he's Mr. Irrelevant. So I have to root
Yep.
for the Niners because I like
Yep.
the underdog, dude. I want him to win and get like be the most important guy. Like I just want him to win.
He's a good dude. If the Niners didn't destroy the Packers in 100 out of 101 of the last playoffs, I would probably cheer for the Niners.
My kid was so
They couldn't
sad for
say
you
that.
and Megan. He was so sad for you and Megan when the Packers lost
That
in
was
the
tough,
fourth
man.
quarter.
That was so bad.
Oh shit.
Mm.
All right, guys.
That night.
This was fun. Thank you. It just proves again how you can have differences of opinions and still have a good time and still talk shit. And Trish, if you see this part, I saw you said you would come on this show at some point. So just know I saw it. I saw you write it. I saw you write it out. So
Let's go.
but
God, I'll be waiting for those dick pics.
Yes, sir.
God, gross. Okay, Brianna, thank you for coming to hang out with us ridiculous ass people. I appreciate it. Pat Lang, as always, thank you. CrossFat, thank you. Jeremy World, thank you. Also, CrossFat's opinions do not reflect the opinions of 5 different things, so don't take it seriously. Okay,
Will, come back, dude. You're awesome.
it was
I'll
all
come
satire.
back. Yeah, this was fun. I enjoyed this.
Good. All right. Thanks, guys. Love y'all. Deuces.